Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a match between Stork and ForGG here on Circuit Breakers. In case you haven't seen this map before, which I can't believe if you haven't, this is a high-level view. It's a 4-player map. Spawns in the 4 corners. You can expand here for your third base, but high ground for your attackers makes it very, very hard to hold. And the same is true for the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock expansions. These are minerals only, and you can expand to the other spawn points as well. Wide open spaces here in the middle of Circuit Breakers, and in the top left-hand corner, as we turn on Fog of War again, is the yellow Terran player ForGG. Yeah, liking this guy. He's back. He's back on the channel. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the orange Protoss player, the excellent Protoss player, it is Stork. APM's well over 400 for these players. Stork is cruising at 500 APM, you guys, as is ForGG right now, because you know what? Early stages of the game, what do you want with me? It's just, they're warming their fingers up, okay? They're warming them up so they're available for the APM they need in the mid-game and the late game. And that's how it's been explained to me, and that's how these guys do it. I spam a little bit in the early stages of the game myself. I try to keep my APM high, but I don't think I can hit 500 consistently anyway. The amount of training that requires is kind of insane. Anyway, not much going on. Either player walling off at any point here. How's our speed, guys? I need an SCV to move real quick. That seems fast. I think that's good. I freak myself out sometimes with game speeds. I don't know what it is. That guy's working. I need to see like a Marine. Sometimes the worker speeds really freak me out. We'll get there. I don't think I touched game speed when I opened the replay, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm fumbling with hotkeys and bad stuff happens. All right, so this SCV is moving out, and this seems to be regular speed. That's too fast. Man, that's too slow. That's too slow. I know, it's your favorite thing. Falcon tries to figure out what the actual speed is for this replay. I think we're going to leave it here, and we'll see what happens. That SCV is coming in. And I think we're good here. I think we are good here. Anyway, nothing crazy is going on. All right, let's just point that out. Supply depots, barracks, making some Marines, working on that warp gate, building a Zealot with Cybercore just now coming in. Gonna go ahead and harass a little bit with the Zealot, if at all possible. Have you scouted up there? I don't know if you know where the Terran player lives, man. Keep an eye on you anyway. He's heading north regardless. You know what? I think a pro might have made its way up there and done some scouting. Stork's pretty good at that. Either way, the Zealot's going the right way, whether it was scouted or not, while I was busy dealing with this game speed here, but I think we're good. That seems like regular Zealot walking speed. He doesn't have the legs upgrade, the leg enhancements, and as a result, I think we're good to go here. SCV holding the line, sacrificing his body so the Marines can kill the Zealot that they know is incoming here, because again, the scout happened. The SCV scout was a thing. Everybody, let's take down this Zealot. Yes, very nicely done. He is forced to retreat from that location, and he's going to head on back home. Cybernetics core working on Singularity Charge is going to be, again, as we've seen a million times before, Dragoons opening here with their range. All right, people, what's up? The announcement for today is that I got my membership feature approved on YouTube, which means that you can choose to support me out here on YouTube for $5 a month to support me continuing to make these StarCraft Remastered casts. I am going to forecast a month in May, a week in May. So maybe to express your appreciation there, you can do that. If you want to support me, you can. If you don't, I'm not going to hate you for it. I love everybody who watches my videos regardless of what they're able to do otherwise. Just letting you know that should be an option here. Below the video, there should be a nice join button, which does give you access to emojis. I will be streaming other games out here on the channel. And honestly, I'm going to let you guys vote on that. I'm going to let the people who are members actually vote on what games I stream once a week out here on YouTube. I'm on Twitch like 5 times a week, but I want to start coming out here on YouTube more too. So if you want me to actually do some StarCraft Remastered live streaming, I'll do it if you guys vote on it, okay? But the members only get to do that, so that's kind of your perk. at the time being. So I'm loving this. I'm liking this hold that ForGG is rocking with. He's like, I don't need a bunker. I got Marines. I have high ground. I have a tank out now. I'm working on actually spider mines instead of siege mode, which I'm a little bit surprised by. And now Stork is expanding. Yeah, that's just too fast. I'm dinking around with it still, you guys. I don't know. I'm getting in my own head about this. I feel like the Marine fire rate is good here. Yeah, this positioning is pretty fantastic out of ForGG right now. He is using the this little bridge here to the best of his ability, losing 2 Marines for effectively nothing there, though, which is not very good. And you know what? Dragoons trade pretty well versus tanks. The Marine's getting killed too. A Dragoon manages to escape with all of 1 HP remaining. Spider Mine's problematic in this situation. Oh my gosh. Too fast. I feel like this is too fast, but this is too slow. I'm going crazy, you guys. I'm going insane here. It's 10:30 at night. I'm casting StarCraft. And I'm losing my mind. I think sometimes that happens even to the best of us. Especially after a long, long week like I have had here. So the Spider Mines are keeping the Dragoons at bay. Ooh, did they actually take a shot? I don't know. I don't know if that damage was from a previous engagement or not. He's trying to trigger them and kill them before they hit him, which is really difficult to do, but actually at this point an observer is cruising on up here to get some detection rocking. And yeah, ForGG is just going right into the mech at the stage. He's making tanks, he's making vultures. Liking this a lot here, but the spider mines are gone. The tanks actually have to retreat from this position because the Dragoons are so good at taking them down. The vultures come up, lay down some spider mines. I'm just watching, you guys. I don't know. Look at the probes holding that wall against that vulture. That was boss. That was a boss play by Stork for sure. Tanks setting up on the outside here. Not much support for them, honestly. But not many Dragoons down here either for Stork. Observer scouts the expansion timing for ForGG. Stork has his expansion already done, which is a nice little bonus for him. And Reaver play has begun from Stork too. So the tanks, I don't think they have siege mode. Otherwise, we would have seen one of them go into siege, I think. Tank for a Dragoon is a fair play there for sure. Trying to focus down the spider mines. They do get the spider mines and the vulture there. It's pretty fancy stuff. Spider mine gets picked out of the ground there again. And chasing the tanks back. So holding off the Terran aggression, losing vultures as he tries to go in there. Spider mine's going down too. Observer scouting exactly everything that ForGG is working on. I know the comments are going to be full of people going, dude, how can you not tell what the speed is? I don't know, man. I've got 3 kids. My brain cells are gone. They fall out of my head more and more every day. I think we're good here. The tanks seem too fast. It does. It seems like they're moving too fast. But the vultures are too slow on this speed. Oh, nice spider mine hit there, though. That was great. Taking down 3 Dragoons. Forced to pull back. The time here seems better, too, on this speed. It's just, there is such little difference between this and the next one up. It's bonkers, is what it is. Alright, so where are my Reavers at? Hey, look. There my Reavers are at. You're going to unload on that spider mine. Ow! Wow, what spider mine placement. Goodbye, Reaver. Didn't get a single shot off. Landed and exploded. That was incredible from ForGG. Terran players, put spider mines behind your mineral lines, especially if your opponent is rushing to Reaver drop. You will have a great time. 3rd base on the way from Stork here. I mean, I like his economy. I like what he's doing economically, but man, that Reaver drop doing absolutely nothing and losing the Reaver at the first 8 minutes of this game is absolutely bad. It is terrible for Stork here. Is he going to try it again? Looks like he's going to try it again. He's cruising up. See, that shuttle looks too slow. But it doesn't have shuttle speed, so maybe it's supposed to look slow. How about these guys? Move around, dudes. Yeah, I guess you're pretty zippy. You don't have the upgrade, though, right? I'm pretty sure I haven't seen that come through the production tab at all. It's been spider mines and pretty much nothing else as far as upgrades go. Once again, Reavers, landing directly where tanks are is a rough place to be, guys. You don't outrange tanks. You hit a lot harder than tanks do, and that's your trade-off. Trying to sneak on in here to the main base with the shuttle and get something done there too. Natural base getting saturated here for ForGG. Dragoon actually absorbing some of those shots there and can't repair through that. A tank takes another shot. And another one. Not quite enough to get him down to 0. He's at 2 HP is where he is. Gets in siege mode here. So the Reaver taking a shot, but does take the tank with him. This is a much, much more effective Reaver droppage out of Stork. I'm liking it a lot. Very nicely done. Not much here that can shoot up, so that's why this is working so well. There are missile turrets, but at this stage it's going to be tanks and it's going to be vultures all the live long day. Do not lose the shuttle. Yeah, man, don't lose the shuttle to that missile turret. That'd be an embarrassing thing for sure. Nobody wants that to happen to you at all. Vultures continuing to cruise around. Not really holding map control either, I don't think. Observers scouting stuff out here, and I was going to say this is a 4th base, but it's not. Just scouting around to see if he wants to take it or not. The mineral income only base is here. ForGG taking his up along the top side too. Now, vultures are minerals only, and as a result, they are a mineral dump in this particular setup here, where you're going mech against Protoss. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so both players just kind of hanging out at this stage here. Not much going on. We got Dragoons cruising around the bottom side of the map. Got spider mines set up. Got an observer seeing everything that's going on everywhere. Just Stork is taking this base in the southern section of the map here. Dragoons are clearing out spider mines as best they can with the help of their friend Mr. Observer. Working out pretty darn well, taking the southern section of the map pretty much entirely for themselves here. I love this music. This is definitely my favorite StarCraft music, I think, is the original Brood War Terran soundtrack. It just takes me back to when I first played the game, back in 1998. Bought a copy with all my friends, I believe from Target, way back then. We played LAN long into the night. Terran was the first race they try to teach you. It's just such memories. This music, in particular, brings back for me. This makes me so very, very happy. Reminds me of that first mission in the Terran campaign where you have to hold out against the Zerg for 30 minutes. And it was hard. It was really hard back in the day. And I replayed through the Remastered campaign back on my Twitch channel back last fall. And it was like laughably easy. It's amazing what a lot of StarCraft experience can do for you in this game. We're still swinging around up here. Yeah, still kind of poking around. Not really committing to anything here, though, is Stork. ForGG is making 7 factories at a time, you guys. 7 factories is a large number of factories. It is such a minuscule difference, you guys. Look at this. This is slower. This is faster. Slower. Faster. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. We're going to press on. We're going to keep this speed, and we're going to keep it forever. There's no way that Vulture speed isn't done at this point, right? We're 13 minutes in. There are a ton of Vultures cruising around. I didn't see it come through the production tab, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Arbiter tech on the way now from Stork. We're going to see some of those recalls, which really help you break tank lines Also, stasis wards can do the same thing. Stasis fields can make it happen. Expanding the bottom right here, I kind of feel like Stork is just out macroing ForGG right now. ForGG looking pretty good, defending very well, macroing up exceptionally well, making 6 vultures at a time, y'all. Getting in a science facility here too, working on an armory for those further upgrades that you're going to want here to deal with the Protoss army. Upgrades for the Protoss are literally nothing. +1 ground attack just finished as I said that. But other than that, that is not. Reaver getting some shots off. Nicely done. Getting some shots off here. There's only 2 tanks here and a handful of vultures. If the tanks go down, I think they have to abandon this position. And they certainly do. Missile turret trying to get some shots off on that shuttle down to 22 HP. You're not getting that back, ladies and gentlemen. That is not something that's returning in any sense of the word. So yeah, no expanding up here for you, ForGG. The tank line not quite in position to do anything about it. Nice push up there from Stork coming down the left side. ForGG with a ton of vultures. But again, there are Dragoons defending here, Zealots defending here too. A nice wall of pylons with a cannon to help the 3rd base out. The 4th base also has 2 cannons defending it. So far so good. I think preventative measures have really worked out pretty darn well here for the Protoss player. And also catching these vultures out in the middle of nowhere and wiping out a few of them. We're taking super minimal losses. Speaking of losses, yeah, those Dragoons try to engage with the tanks, but the tanks are real scary. They got +1 attack here. They're getting repaired up by some SCVs too, and the Arbiters continue to be in production. Here is one providing his cloaking field. T'Chakazoid, something like that. T'Chakazol, something like that is what he says here. ForGG has expanded the bottom right successfully. He is happily sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases right now, where ForGG is just now getting up his 4th. It's not a good place to be for the Terran player. I've heard explained to me before that no, it is not Terran that is overpowered in TVP, it is Flash. That makes Terran look overpowered in TVP. Other matchups, Protoss have the upper hand if Flash is not involved. And I found that really interesting. I mean, that really just speaks to how good Flash is at this game, that he can make a matchup look overpowered all by himself, even if it is not generally considered favored towards one race or the other. I mean, or towards the race that Flash is part of. It blows my mind. It really does, what that guy is capable of and has been capable of for so long. Got a probe transfer here to the bottom right-hand base. 197 to 163. Stork is just up. He's up in economy right now. We got vultures, we got tanks. The tank line is nothing terrifying right now out of ForGG, although down here it's a better group. He's defending his natural base with a huge amount of tanks. Not sure where that tank is trying to go, but he's kind of stuck with his pathing, that's for sure. Stork coming on in. I almost called them StorGG because, I don't know, my brain does crazy things. Here come the Zealots. Here come the Dragoons. There are only 2. Make it 3 tanks here, but 1 getting wiped out. Missile turret providing some cover. Nice stasis, though. Keeping the Arbiter away. Almost if you focus down the missile turret and bring the Arbiter back in, you're going to have a better time. But yeah, man, Zealots chasing down SCVs. The command center is forced to flee with all of these Dragoons on the ground. They're working on +2 attack, but it's not quite done yet. Trying to hold up the top of this ramp here with some tanks that are in siege mode and some tanks that are not in siege mode right now. And I don't know that Stork wants to push the issue. He's pulling back. He's recognizing shutting down that base is really all I need to do. Continuing to deny it is really good stuff there as well. That vulture does manage to escape from his stasis prison, only to get taken down now. The tank fire doing pretty well against these Zealots, and I think Stork is going to be forced to retreat here. Oh, command center taking serious hits here from these Dragoons. Their range and their damage done. I think the command center is going to die. And Stork ends up shutting down that command center. That's a huge moment for the Protoss player. He is sitting here on 5 bases. It looks like he's trying to set up for a 6th base, while ForGG is just toiling away on 3 bases. ForGG says it's time to go. I've played defense for far too long. I can't retake that base. Let's move out into the open field and try to put some pressure on our Protoss opponent instead of playing defense all the time. Is he base racing it? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks like he's defending. There we go. He's defending the Dragoons up in the north here. The attack in the middle is going pretty well for the Protoss player too. Nice stasis. Catching 4 of those tanks right now. Defensive matrix up on one of the tanks to keep it alive. We'll keep an eye on that one for the time being here. But, oh, Reaver lands, getting shots off. Nice, taking 2 tanks at the same time there. That was some beautiful play out of Stork. The tanks are getting wiped out. It's 154 to 115 supply. Dragoon continue to attack into this third base. I think ForGG is just dead, you guys. I don't see this really working out for him. When he's down so much supply, he's down so much in economy too. Vulture trying to make stuff happen. That is not going to work out for them at all. Dragoons do get destroyed here as their blue blood seeps into the ground, but it's 170 to 115 supply right now. The Vultures are they're clearing out the Zealots pretty well. But Reaver shows up and just, ow. So much damage done from this guy, and there's the pickup. And keeping it alive here. Vulture's getting cleaned out, tank getting cleaned out. Look at this Dragoon chasing these 2 tanks down. They have better upgrades, but they're just not that good against these Dragoons unless they're in siege mode, unless they are in mass, which is something, again, Flash is extremely capable of doing. Vulture's trying to swing around down this right side. Cannon count is kind of insane here. One of the Vultures makes it in, and that's your good game. ForGG recognizes the income is way too high for Stork. He has nothing going on back home. His 4th base was denied, and he calls it a good game here. So Stork, nicely done. I mean, really getting that early pressure up, delaying ForGG's natural base, delaying his 3rd base, and then just continuing to expand behind it, not really taking much damage at all from the Terran player. I mean, the number of probes that died, I feel like it can't be that high. The Vulture run by just never did anything. They got intercepted all over the place. They never made it into the natural base. They never made it into the main or the 3rd base or the 4th base. They showed up at the 5th base at the last minute, but that time it was too late to really do much of anything. And again, the cannons defending this one down here. Stork had the bank to make it happen. He spent the money, and it worked out for him exceptionally well. So nice job by Stork getting the win. Didn't have... he might have had an upgrade advantage. Or similar anyway. +2/+1, I believe, is what ForGG ended with. But overall, just pushing on that 4th base and killing it was the main goal of the day. The Observer scouting exactly the composition that ForGG was working with really helped in his favor there too. Recognizing the number of Vultures made him able to get as many Dragoons as he wanted. The stasis was good. And again, this is how you beat a Terran if you're Protoss. You zerg him. You out-expand him. Mech takes a while to ramp up. And Stork was like, I'm going to take a 4th base before your 3rd base has even started and just continued on that path until my income is insane, until I'm making 10 Dragoons and 8 Zealots at once on all of these Stargates, all of these gateways, and get the win. All right, cool. Let's check out the final score as we do. 131,000 to 104,000 points there. I mean, that does not bode well for the Terran here, does it? No. Produced more units overall than the Protoss, but lost twice as many and killed half as many compared to Stork here. That's exactly, I mean, that's it. That tells the story there. The units tab is what we're looking at. And again, resources hugely in favor. 10,000 gas mine compared to 7 for ForGG, 36,000 minerals mined for 27 for ForGG, and 45,000 spent for 33,000 spent for ForGG. That is a huge amount of units. That is 12,000 more resources of units you can throw at the Terran player over the course of the game, and that helps you win engagements you otherwise would not. So fantastic display there. Great job by Stork. And he gets the win. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Not Legacy of the Void. StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching this really choppy broadcast, and you take care of yourself.